All right, in week 7, we are looking at some more evidence-based practice, but this time we are switching our focus to math. So go through all of your resources provided there. Here are the Ohio Learning Standards, and here's an accommodations chart for math that might be of some help too. Tutoring check-in, of course, and then we've got a forum on high-quality math instruction. And in your unit plan, check 3, we are looking at section 8. So again, the full unit plan is in the course walkthrough and previous sections. If you have any feedback on those, on how to change it, go ahead and make those changes before you look at week 8, because we are continuing to build our unit plan. So section 8 is interdisciplinary connections. You have a unit that's either science or social studies. So whichever one you're doing, we're going to add math and reading for sure. And then your other content area is whichever one you've not done. So if you are doing a science unit, you would add a social studies connection. If you're doing a social studies unit, you would do a science connection. You absolutely can add some more things here as well. Art, movement, PE, music, all of those things you can add in. You can add self-regulation things. You can add any of those types of connections as well. This is also an area where if you've got someone in your building that you might not always think of as a teacher, but can be useful, this would really help too. So for example, when I was a high school teacher, we had a custodian who had served in the Navy, and he was just an expert on all of the planes, and he was also an amazing artist. And sometimes we would come in the morning and he would have drawn some fighter jet on our whiteboard that looked absolutely incredible. So if I'm doing a science unit on, something related to physics or propulsion or something that has to do with that, I can have the custodian come in and talk to the kids and work with them too. He does not have to be another teacher from a specific area. So when we're looking at those interdisciplinary connections, what we're really doing is making the learning authentic by bringing in those real world examples of how do we do this? How do we make this work? Where do we see this in life? How are you going to use this as an adult? So really think about some of those connections there and look at the people in your building, leverage your interests and your strengths of everyone that you've got available around you. You may have some parents who work in some fields that would be related to this. So think about all of those types of things for your interdisciplinary connections.